Guys, welcome back to Nafaka Kitchen. As usual, it's me, your boy, Chef Buddy. And today we're highlighting a few dishes using our very famous Nafaka rice. Greatness in every bite, as usual. And as the norm, I'm taking you through a very simple rundown of how to do 15-minute dishes with excellent ingredients, with excellent rice. And yeah, so let's get started. So today's first dish is the one and only Jeera rice, but today I'm doing it with a bit of a twist. We're doing Jeera vegetarian rice. Jeera is cumin in Indian. So we're doing a play on that old classic Indian recipe, but I'm using a bit more vegetables to just give it some more color, make it healthier, and ultimately make it taste better. So let's get started. As usual, I'm preheating our pan. Start off with our bit of oil. And then the first thing you do after you add your oil, because the pan is already hot, is to toast the jeera, aka the cumin. So you just want them to be aromatically toasted for about 3 to 5 minutes at medium heat. You don't want them to burn because there's a very bitter taste when they start burning. And since this is an induction cooker, they're even already good. Next thing comes in my onions. Since this is an Indian dish, you want to use a healthy amount of onions. As you can tell, they're glazing or deglazing, as JB would say. Zina sweat. And this should also I can increase my heat because the onions have to get rid of their water. And as we're saying, this is a 10 to 15 minute dish because the rice is already pre-boiled. We're just now giving it some aromatics, some vegetables to give it a bit more flavor than just having, the regular mchele chemsha kama kila time. Let them sweat. Kama watu wa manu hii weekendi. Let's not even talk about football right now. It's been a hard week. If you're a Man U or Liverpool fan, you know what we're talking about. As you can tell, my onions are already almost done sweating. They're almost out of water. Sweating ni kutoa tu maji. Naipeanga hapa story mingi. And as I can tell, the aromatics, it smells of cumin. There's that nice caramel smell that onions give when you choma them. Just give it a few more. The vegetables that I'm using for this particular dish are green peppers, assorted peppers, sorry. We've got carrot, we've got peas. That mix is light enough for me. I think it works well. You don't have to put so many, but you can add courgettes, you can add eggplants if you want, you can add maybe some snow peas. Any of these vegetables that we associate with stir fry would work very well with this dish. After this now, and then as I always say, I always put in my things according to the order of doneness. I put onions first because they take heat well. Then I put in the rest of the aromatics like the ginger now and the garlic paste, which I shall do as such. Just a tablespoon is more than enough. Don't worry, it's doing that because it has water. It has to. You can get that aroma of ginger, garlic. And the reason why I put it after is because I don't want it to burn. It cooks quickly, especially the garlic. So I just want it to glaze quickly. And then now, when we come to the vegetables, put them in order of items that cook the longest. Kitu ya kwanza yenye iva sana ni carrot. So put in your carrots. The peppers will come last because they cook very quickly and you don't want them too soggy. So even with the carrots, I can reduce my heat now. So that they glaze pole pole without either sticking to the pan or making the onions and the garlic get overcooked. And then again, since they're chopped so finely, utaki ziive sana. So don't even hesitate. Just let them saute for a few seconds and then uko sawa. Literally a few seconds. Right. That looks good enough. So now I can bring in my peppers as well as my peas. Now the peas are they're already cooked. So you don't need to do much after that. Excellent. Now here's where I come in with some of the other aromatics. Turmeric, not just for color, but for flavor. Turmeric powder. I can add my salt now, just a tablespoon, half a tablespoon. So that as the vegetables cook, they cook with their salt. The rice already has been boiled with it. Bas. And don't be too worried. Just leave it kidogo, but not too much. Now at this point, because of I am a chili guy, I like to add a bit of fresh chili. I don't add it before because we don't want to cough. That's the only reason. Plus I find that I can control it in terms of the heat intensity much better like this. Again, I don't want the vegetables to cook so much. Now comes in our nafaka rice. Pre-boiled, standard ratio 2:1. Fluffy, you can tell the individual grains even by looking at it. Exactly. And if your rice doesn't separate in terms of flakiness, the minute you put it in like this, that's not nafaka rice. At this point, I reduce my heat further because we're not really cooking anything. We're trying to incorporate all the veggies, the spices, the garlic, the ginger paste into our rice to give it that nice jeera flavor. And there you have it. How long did that take? 10 minutes, 5 minutes? And then now for garnish, because we're trying to be classy. Exactly. 15-minute jeera vegetarian rice. It's an excellent dish for anyone who's a vegetarian or as an accompaniment to any meat or animal protein that you want to have with it. It's taken us 5 minutes. Our excellent nafaka rice has been on board this whole time. And yes, can't wait to show you what else we can do with our amazing nafaka rice on the next episode of Nafaka Kitchen. As for me, Chef Buddy, it's been real. Cheers.